The answer to the question everybody wants to know.
Aaron?
What's your decision?
In this fall, man, and this is very tough. In this fall, I'm gonna take my talents to the West Coast and join the USC Trojans. What's good? My name is Aaron Kingsley Brown and welcome back to another episode of KingsleyTV. Did I ever tell you the time I went to the greatest school in America? My days at USC were some of the best years of my life, man, and they went by in a blur. But before I could ever step foot on USC's campus, there was an entire recruiting process that I had to go through in order to go from Toronto to Los Angeles to rep the Trojans. And that's what today's episode is all about. My NCAA recruiting story and what you can do if you're interested in getting recruited and going down south on a track and field scholarship. So let's take it back to my high school days, when I was about 30 pounds lighter and my hang time was different. So it all started back in grade 11 after running my second season of running high school track, still trying to figure out what I could do in the sport. At that point, I was the 100 meter, 200 meter, and 4x100 meter champion at OFSA, and I just run 1073, running my first year of club track and field representing the Phoenix Athletics Track Club. That's when my club coach, Bill Stevens, started talking about this thing called the NCAA. And I had another teammate, Andre Hamilton, rest in peace, who was also looking to go down south on a full ride. So I just went up to Dre and I was like, yo, help me out, because I had no idea what the NCAA was. Back then, in those days, the only things that I cared about was fitting in with my social circle, building my Jordan collection, and watching the NBA, waiting for LeBron to get his ring. College wasn't even on my radar. Plus, I literally knew nothing about the NCAA. I didn't know about scholarships, I didn't know about SATs, I didn't know about conferences. I didn't even know that USC was the University of Southern California. This is what my initial NCAA school wish list looked like. And it was literally just every NCAA school that I've heard of up until that point. So in the end, Dre helped me out and he sent me this document he created that highlighted all of his stats and accomplishments that he had achieved up until that point. So I looked at his template and created one of my own. Once the template was created, I hunted down the emails of all the spring coaches at schools that I wanted to go to send my athletic profile to and see if there's any interest in a scholarship. And to take it over the top, I tweaked each email template and added a small unique fact about the school or mentioned their mascot to make it look like I was really into their school. It's the small things, you know? I had to go all out. I'm trying to get a scholarship. I spent hours sending emails to every D1 school that I could find with this sprint program. And while hunting through the athletic websites, I found that some had listed scholarship performance standards that they wanted to see you hit in order to be considered for a full ride, a partial scholarship, or a walk-on to the team. So you guys know the story ends with me getting a scholarship, so that must mean that I was fast enough right off the bat to get a full ride scholarship to every school that I wanted to, and I got all types of replies to those emails, right? No, false. Replies were few and far between, and the ones that I did get would reference those athletic scholarship standards that I mentioned earlier, and basically telling me to get faster and get my weight up. For example, an offer from Florida State was one in particular that I really wanted, because at that time that was my dream school. But their standards for a scholarship in the sprints, 10.3 and 20.6. And as a reminder, going into my grade 11 year, my PRs were 10.73 and 22.2. So I think it's safe to say that I had a lot of work to do going into my grade 11 season if I ever wanted to get a full ride offer to a big D1 program. So all grade 11 season, I was focused on getting as close as possible to that 10.3 mark, which seemed damn near impossible. And back in those days, I still saw myself as only a 100 meter guy because the 200 meters seemed way too long for me. So 20.6 was way out of the question in my mind. No chance. Fast forward to the first race of my grade 11 season, and I opened up in 10:49, which completely changed everything for me mentally. It was no wind indicated, so it didn't count as a PR, but it did change my perception on what was possible because I had no idea how I did that and what I was capable of in the future. And I for damn sure updated my athletic profile. So I continued racing, never running quite as fast officially with the wind, but coming out of OSA I ran 10:55, and that was good enough to get me ranked in the top list on the IAAF for the first time in my life. That made me the top ranked sprinter in Canada for my age group, which qualified me to compete in Italy at the 2009 World Youth Championships. And it was these World Youth Championships that ended up being my big break, because I came away with a silver medal in the 100 meters and broke the Canadian youth record that still stands today after running 10:46. I got a big wave of offers coming from big D1 schools after that championship performance. The first one coming from none other than the Florida State sprint coach who was right there in Italy watching me run. And even though I didn't run 10.3, which was the sprint standard for a full ride scholarships consideration at Florida State, they were still willing to offer me because they saw the potential. So from there, I went back home, spoke with my parents, took some visits, and ended up making the best choice for me in my future, which ended up being USC. So there's a couple takeaways that I want you guys to get from this. Number one is you don't always have to hit the scholarship standards laid out on their websites. These are gold standard benchmarks for you to shoot for, but they do make exceptions if they can recognize your talent. Number two is there's only so many people that can make the international team, and not everybody will get an opportunity to get noticed that way. But that's not the only way to get to a major D1 school. And number three is I was very lucky to have a teammate like Andre Hamilton and a coach like Bill Stevens to open my eyes to the NCAA. But many people aren't as lucky, and they're unaware of the opportunities that are right in front of them. And that's why a network like Streamline Athletes is so important, and why I partnered with them to help spread awareness to other up-and-coming athletes who find themselves in the same position that I was in. Streamline Athletes is the only sports recruiting platform that focuses specifically on track and field and cross country. Finding college opportunities and choosing where to go to school can be one of the most challenging times in the lives of athletes and their families. And Streamline Athletes makes it easier by giving you the info that you need to find your best fit. If you're a young athlete looking to go from high school to university, or a parent looking for more info for your kid, or a junior college athlete looking to go D1, I highly recommend checking them out at streamlineathletes.com. So that was my story on how I was able to get a scholarship to a D1 school in the NCAA coming out of a high school in Canada. Let me know down in the comments if you have a dream school that you've always wanted to attend. Hit that like button if you got any value from this video. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see future content drops. And share this video with someone you know who could use some guidance on their recruiting journey. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.